It's the NFL on EA Sports. And of conferences is just more. The Panthers coming up next.
The NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte in rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Welcome again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This is Jakeem Grant. And he takes this near the 25, just a little 6. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And he's exactly the man you want control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
Watson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
From the 30 on second down, Watson is going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Here's Watson. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll be across the 30-yard line. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, first and 10. So here are the Panthers under head coach Matt Rule. Under center will be the Southern California native standing at 6'4", Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. May not be the most mobile or strongest arm quarterback in the league, but usually plays with really good poise, and at his best, like a point guard in basketball, able to move around and distribute the rock.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Not a whole lot of room to run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the great move.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. This is taken at the 23. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the 50, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And the hitch route is run really well. That jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space. All you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Watson. And that is incomplete here.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Watson. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Watson. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. 10. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
What we'll do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call
touchdown, Browns. Amari Cooper, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out in a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a 2nd opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw pulled in by Marshall. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cleveland offense making their way out. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. But tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. A nice job of bringing that in, but why was he so close to the sideline there? They had all kinds of room in the flat.
A little bit of a lack of coordination between him and the quarterback, because both of them should have seen that room that was available, that space. Stop your route a little bit shorter, put it on him, and let him turn and get upfield.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
2nd and 10. Draw play, Darnold giving to McCaffrey, and he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll power his way up near the 25.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On 1st and 10, Darnold. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Panthers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable for Grant. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards.
Let's go.
The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. That's where those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Flushed out right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Maybe a free play for Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. They'll try the air now with Watson. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Watson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. On 1st down, Darnold. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half, and they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And some room to work. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the Browns. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Andre Roberts now to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Panthers ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Darnold. And that's incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for Carolina.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To the air again, Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Darnold. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field. It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A run for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
Good job,
Now, after the running
Good
play,
job,
we've got a man
That's
down
right.
on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Chubb. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Watson. Buying time and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now it's 2nd and 9. This is Hunt on the draw play. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Here's Watson. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our fourth quarter tie. And his kick is indeed good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
2nd down at 5.
This is McCaffrey on the give. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Gets around him, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm living Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run it again with Chubb. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
The coverage unit out there thinking pass on 3rd and 3.
Now Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
So Darnold and the Panthers now.
Down 10-7, 1:40 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Here's Darnold.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Now Darnold.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
And Darnold, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. That caught by Trimble. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Down to an goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but
not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.